Welcome to Gilgit.
Gilgit is the capital of Gilgit Baltistan province, and it is quite well connected to the rest of the northern areas. I headed to Gilgit after visiting Skardu, Shigar and Khaplu, and I was told the road is quite rough, which it is, but it is equally stunning and beautiful with those rugged mountains, so I really wanted to see it. While it usually takes about 10 to 12 hours depending on the traffic and the roadworks, the road is still under construction, by the way, and has been for quite some time. It took me a full day and night to go from Skardu to Gilgit. It was incredibly hard and difficult, and if you want to check the full story of how 5 blasts got me to Gilgit, check the link in the description above. Whichever direction you're coming from, you need to stop at Junction Point. This is one of the most incredible places on the entire planet. This is where 3 of the mightiest mountain ranges, Hindu Kush, Karakoram and Himalayas meet. And with that backdrop of gorgeous blue Gilgit River, this place is breathtaking. From the junction point, I knew that we were close to Gilgit. It took only about an hour from that point onwards, and we arrived at our beautiful hotel.
Welcome to Gilgit Serena.
Welcome to Gilgit. There's a lot to see and do here. Actually, not that much, but I'm really tired. We'll talk about that later. Let's go see the room. Can't wait to get in this bed already. But I need to check the balcony first. Nothing beats a good view in the morning. Morning! I slept like a baby. Oh, and I can see Rakaposhi outside my window. Let's go check the view. Oh, look! There's a PIA plane that is going to take us home. And good morning from Rakaposhi.
Look at that amazing breakfast. I just couldn't believe how much food and how much variety they had.
There's quite a lot to do today. I have to show you around quite a few places. So I'm gonna finish this breakfast. You enjoy the view in the meanwhile, and I'll see you in a bit.
So, I'm sitting in the garden of my lovely hotel, enjoying the views of Rakaposhi with my tea after breakfast. I'm going to tell you a little bit about Gilgit. This is the largest city in the north of Pakistan and the capital of the Gilgit Baltistan province. And this is also the last point where you can change money through a proper money exchange. Beyond that, you'll get really bad rates. But there are ATMs in the north. So there's not much to do in the city. But there's a place called Kargah where they have a giant Buddha statue. So I'm gonna go explore that with you guys in a bit. I'm actually using Gilgit as a stop to prepare myself for the ferry Meadows, which is gonna take me a couple of days to go and come back before I head back to Islamabad. Let's go explore a little bit of Gilgit now, and first stop for me is Kargah Buddha. So it took about 30 minutes and I am at Kargah Buddha. There are no signs or anything. You just need to ask locals and they will point you. Let's go see him. This place is run by a local and his cute little kid, and the entrance is usually 50 rupees if you're a local or 1,000 if you are a foreigner. The steps on these stairs were quite high and you have to climb quite a few of them to get to the top, but it is totally worth it. This behind me is Kargah Buddha, and this mountain it's carved on is in the Hindu Kush range, and he's blessing the entire valley, which you can see here. The mountain on the other side of the river belongs to Karakoram, and he's basically looking at people who are traveling from Savad and Chitral area into this area, is blessing them. But I always wonder how they do this. Just look at that. It would have taken ages and it would have been so hard to carve this on this cliff. But the main thing that really inspires me is the utter serenity and calm of all these places. Just look at that. It's absolutely beautiful and serene. After all those stairs and all the exploring, I was quite hungry, so I headed to Gilgit Food Yard to try some Uyghur food. And I loved that lagman, soman, mamtu, everything was just absolutely perfectly delicious, sitting right next to Gilgit River. No visit to Gilgit is complete without the Danyor Bridge. You have to set foot on it. It's actually the oldest hanging suspension bridge in the entire region. If you think we're done with bridges in Gilgit, you're wrong. I spotted something interesting on the way. Look, it's a broken bridge and you can see the broken pillars from here. But the best thing to see from here is the view and the back, the mountains and the beautiful water of the river. I really like it. It's really quirky. And you can also see the new China Bridge from here, which is right behind me. I wanted to try some local food, so I requested the chef and he totally granted me my wish. So a massive thank you to the staff and the chef at Serena.
Alright, I have a lot of food to finish because we're heading to Ferry Meadows tomorrow and I need to fuel up. Plus, I'm getting a lot of nice local music, so I'm gonna leave you to it. Have a good night and I'll see you in the morning. Bye!
I did indeed visit Ferry Meadows and Nanga Parbat the next morning. It took us about 2 days to come back. It was one of the most exhilarating, adventurous and crazy trips I've ever done, especially that drive. I still get scared thinking about it. If you want to check the full video and details, the link is above. I highly recommend you do it, especially if you are stopping in Gilgit. It is totally worth all the effort and all the fun.
Welcome to Ferry Meadows.
After all this crazy adventure, it is time to head back to Islamabad, and the best way obviously is to take one of the most beautiful scenic flights in the entire world. But be careful though, they do get cancelled quite a lot.
My flight from Gilgit got cancelled and I've spent the whole night in the car. Hats off to the guy who's driving me, honestly. He's been up all night. I'm going to Islamabad now. I mean, it's not all doom and gloom. It's really, really, really beautiful on the way, even though it's quite rugged and rough. And we had to stop once because of landsliding. There's a shorter route that only works during the summer months and it cuts down about 4 or 5 hours of driving. So a little unlucky there because this is still April. I'll see you guys in the next video. I still have a bit of time to go. I'll go wash my face, get some rest, and I'll see you soon. Bye! This is Brown Boy Travels. Do subscribe, like, and share. You can also reach me on Instagram. I'll see you in the next video.